So you feel it? I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from...
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Down. 10 too soft. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play on touchdown. 2 jet bombers. 2 jet bombers. Hey, Delta. 3. And ready. Stand.
Now a first down throw, Greer. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Greer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Takes 3. 218. Chopper. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 11 flare. Let's go.
2nd down. It's Henderson.
Check.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Watch the run.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, let's go. Hey, echo. Check back. Watching the grind. Ready?
They'll try the air now with Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. On 3rd and long, here is Greer. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Greer. He fumbled the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16, Greer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Greer. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off play action, Greer. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Bravo! Watch the slip, watch the slip! Hey, check right! Watching your five! Hey!
Throwing on third down, Greer. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
To throw again on second down. Greer. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the draw, this is Henderson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. And his kick is indeed good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Saints recover 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There we go. 51 to mine. I'm coming.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to... the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On 1st and 10, Greer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
We're going to 53. 26.
On the ground, this is Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Prescott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
There's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Lutz puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Greer.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You draw corporate. Hey, Charlie. 55. Hey, eat.
Here's Greer. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Greer looks to throw. Screen play, Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check 50. 61, matchbox, lights. Crunch. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now it's Greer. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 38, Prescott. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, come on out here. Come on. We're going to 54. Why in? Come on here. Come get some.
From the 38, Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Mike 51. Mike 56.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Campbell making the catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the ground, Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Prescott looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Right there in the middle, 55. Rip left, rip left.
On 3rd down, Greer. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Greer. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Henderson. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it with Johnson. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. Greer. Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the post right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Thomas has it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Prescott now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you. Slam.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to throw, Greer. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Greer. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 14. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Kamara try the right side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
26.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Saints, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all